Welcome back, friends and fellow adventurers, to a milestone episode here for Campaign 1, the 50th episode. Fitting that we release this episode on Halloween as we introduce a new companion in this episode. If you enjoy our show, please consider joining our Patreon to get access to episodes only released to our Patreon members and access to interact with the crew of Cocked, a Real Play RPG podcast. Without further delay, let's resume with the party as they're returning from gaining possession of the last piece of Ovenium they were searching for. They chased Ibron through the caves and into the Dalmont Bog, and came back through the caves. The party is exiting the cave system north of Evorgos near the campsite they left Alfred and Julian at. You guys are headed through the caves. When you emerge, it is dusk. The sun is setting. It is the 30th day of Eliant. For some of you who have kept track of the dates, which I would think probably Braca is one of the ones that would probably keep track of dates, you know that tomorrow is the first of Marpanoth, or the leaf fall. So that is typically when the leaves begin to change and fall off trees and all that.
Yep. Agard's least happy time of the year.
That's where we will resume. You guys are walking out of the caves. It's dusk. The sun is setting. And you're probably about, say, 5-10 minutes from camp at this point if you guys want to have a conversation, or you can shoot straight to camp.
Well, I think Agard can keep walking, but I think you guys have probably noticed the entire way Agard probably didn't say more than a couple words. He's pretty quiet. He's not happy with everything that's transpired, and the fact that Ibron did get away. You know, he just kind of feels maybe partially responsible, or he's got a lot of feelings right now.
I'd say the same for Katie. She's pretty quiet, just because of everything that we've been through so far is finally kind of weighing on her, and the fact that we had to fight a friend and Braca got brutally hurt.
That happens.
She's just very in her own world right now.
Braca is mumbling to himself like he always does, for the most part.
Braca's fine.
Braca's great. He got healed.
Right? He's like, just another day.
Yeah.
Just another day. I'm kidding.
Don't forget, he also flooded a mine shaft.
I did.
Oh, yeah, completely collapsed it.
Yeah.
Swung around like an iguana for like 3 hours.
Yeah, what happens.
I
I drink like 10 gallons of murky water.
Oh my gosh.
What are all your passive perceptions, real quick?
I think we should have
13.
I'm pretty sure it's 10, 13. I'm pretty sure you have 18.
19.
19?
It went up, but we leveled up less.
Just wanted to update my notes that I had just taken.
Oh.
In my nice new spiral.
Oh, shit.
That, we got with our names on the front.
Yep.
That was a very nice gift.
So, you guys are approaching camp. You guys continued on. This whole trip has kind of been solemn and a little bit more quiet. I think what you guys have been through just in the last couple days alone is probably some of the darkest things your characters have really been through to this point. But you guys make it back to camp.
I guess along the way, Braca, just the attempt to break the silence, will just say to just out in the open, so what's next? I mean, I would assume we still need more of the Ravinium. So,
I suppose. Honestly, I can't really think about too much of what's to happen now. I don't know. I can't get outside my own head, so.
Well, we need to give this one to Alfred. And then I don't remember how many are left.
I think just one more after it. We've I mean, I would assume Alfred can do his same magical location thingy that he's been doing with all the other ones. So, kind of guide us in the direction.
Yeah.
I don't know what we should do about Julianne, though. I mean, I don't know how to get her home if she wants to go home. So, I mean, and having 2 dragons follow us, if that's going to be a thing, will be kind of, I don't know.
Maybe Alfred has thoughts on how he can contact his people to send her back sooner than he would return. I don't.
We should probably ask her, though. I don't think she's had a lot of capability of making decisions for herself in a very long time. So
Yeah.
I don't want to just throw her
Oh, no.
somewhere else she doesn't know.
Right.
Home probably won't even be the same. I don't, if she remembers home, so I don't know where she would go.
As the conversation continues, either, I don't know if Edgar's in front or in back. If he's in front, he's going to see him kind of speeding up to try to distance himself from the...
You're like, let's go.
He just doesn't, and it's nothing, he's not trying to be mean, he just doesn't want to talk right now.
Right,
His
yeah.
head is just flooded right now, so...
Yeah.
And as you guys are kind of having this conversation and approaching camp, Katie, go ahead and make a history check real quick.
Huh?
Oh.
Why does Kate have to do
She's the smartest.
that? God, I have a -1 to history. 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
As the group is weaving their way through the forest after exiting the cave, Katie, with a 10 on your history, you can place the voice, figure out who it is without them saying their name at the end, but they do anyways. But you hear, Kadera, we need to meet soon. Where are you now? Are the others safe? Please respond. Others from Tanea are worried. Again, be safe. Named Flame.
I'm fine. No. She does. And my response is limited to 25, right?
Yes.
Okay. Shit. Everyone's safe. A lot has happened. We're outside the Golden Fang Forest in a cave. Come meet our dragon. I hope all is well. Thank you.
Nice.
With 2 words left, I was waiting for the Laura Bailey. I was waiting for, you pooping?
Oh, nailed it.
I wasn't that creative.
That was good. That was good. No,
I'll
you
work on it.
got it. You got those 25 down. As you guys begin to approach camp, it is kind of near the edge of the Golden Fang Forest where you can still, where you guys had set up camp, you guys could still walk out and kind of see the city of Evorgos. You do notice there's not as much movement as that night that you guys had stayed and kind of overwatched the town. Even though it is dusk, there was still some movement as the sun was going down, and it seems less busy.
Okay.
You do remember that the goblins had said that the hobgoblins were the ones that typically occupied and went in and out of the town at night.
Okay.
Then you guys continue on back to camp.
Right.
You get back to camp, and as you look out at the area that you had set up, it's not easy to find where the hole was. It is pretty well covered. You guys did a great job of covering it up, so you know where it is. But
Well, Agar did a good job of covering. He's the one who got the trees and everything.
But there's no fire going. There's no signs that Alfred or Julian had come out of that cave that they dug.
So we do find it, though.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So find the hole.
That's not going to do it. Katie apparently
You guys don't have to make an investigation check. You knew where it was. You guys
got a
helped
3.
cover it. Well,
Yeah.
Katie's looking around at the
Is there
campfire, I
any
guess.
light or anything? Or there's no fire or anything?
There's no fire or
There's no
anything.
fire.
They haven't come out.
It's not completely dark yet, though,
Nope.
right?
It's dusk, so
So
it's
where
going
the
down.
campfire was,
Mhm.
Agard, as he just walks into camp, is going to cast create bonfire.
Okay.
So
And
That gives me
good sized
advantage.
bonfire erupts from where it was.
It's a 1, so it's still just 3. Katie's in her own mind. She's just going to sit next to the bonfire.
What would Brock and Agard like to do?
Brock will just sit down next to Katie and just jot down stuff in his notebook, just about the stuff that just happened and everything.
Hold on, let me see. I guess Agard would approach where we left Alfred and Julian. Like, is the brush and still all...
Yep, it's all still there.
So
It
just
doesn't look like it's been messed with.
move it out of the way. And Alfred, Julian, are you here?
Who's here? No.
It's Agard. Why don't you come back up
Oh,
to camp?
hey, Agard. And then you can hear the as Alfred starts pounding up. And then you can hear kind of lighter footfalls behind him.
Yeah. Then Agard's going to go to the fire.
And as that noise starts, since you have such a high passive perception, make an actual perception check.
Actual perception. Okay. That is an 18.
For a moment, you thought you heard like rustling in like the brush, but then as Alfred's coming out, you kind of write it off as Alfred was probably messing with some of the brush that you had moved off the top of the hole. As he came out, he just kind of stepped on it.
Okay.
And that was kind of what you heard. So
Okay.
you continue on, and you guys head over to the campfire with Katie and Braca. While this takes place, there's a couple minutes while Agard's getting them. Do you guys want to have a conversation by the bonfire, or are you guys just kind of sitting in silence?
I was going to, yeah.
Okay.
As Braca is just jotting down notes and everything about what happened, he's just gonna, without like looking at Katie or anything, just like kind of saying like a calm tone in Draconic. I know these past few days have been tough on you. I don't know how I could help, but if you need anything, I mean, you're a friend of mine, and I would like to think I'm a friend of yours, so if you need anything, let me know.
I appreciate that. I do want to tell you, just in case we get company later, but on the way here, Ring Flamed actually contacted me. Do you remember her?
The Tabaxi?
Yeah, from...
Port Savorsa.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she contacted me, and she's meaning to meet with me. I'm not sure what about, but I did let her know where we are. So she could be coming at some point. I don't know. Just so that you're aware.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know. It's been a lot.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not kind of used to this sort of thing, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, I didn't think, I guess, I would experience this much in such a short amount of time from, leaving home.
Yeah.
So, it's, I'm not sure, I guess, how to
It's an experience.
process everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard anybody before, and now I feel like we've heard a lot of people, and now Ibron has gone haywire, or crazy. I don't really know. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, I feel like part of growing up is doing anything and everything for the people you care about, even if sometimes that can mean hurting others. So,
Yeah.
I don't enjoy hurting others, but if anybody steps towards you or Agard, I'm not going to hesitate to do what I need to.
Yeah, I'm learning that, especially with all this stuff that's come about, so I can understand that. It's just, I guess, I don't know how to feel about it yet, and how to process it, I guess.
I mean, it's a new thing, and I feel like it's a new thing for Agard as well. So it's not something that's easy to process. It's not something that should be easy to process to begin with. I mean, taking life or hurting others should never be incredibly easy.
You seem to do okay with it. I haven't really seen you struggle too much.
Yeah. I mean, there were some things I had to do. Well, for me, I guess for me it was a while ago. A few years ago, there were some things I had to do that involved hurting people quite a lot. Because I had to stop them from hurting others.
Like your friends?
Well,
or your family?
No, it's just they were a virus or parasite upon the world, and I saw fit to get rid of them in a way. I mean, I haven't told you or Agard this, but the Clan of the Black Moon, I know who they are.
How do you know who they are?
Just kind of plays into what I just mentioned, just the things that I had to do in the past, hurting people so that others wouldn't get hurt. The Clan of the Black Moon were, well, let me go back further. In the Windthane Mountains, that's where I'm from, that was a tribe there, called Unagi's Chosen, and I was born into the tribe, and they were brutal is a easy term to label them. They worshipped a god that was okay with murder and inspired it, and because of that, the tribe was okay with it, and I didn't see the point in their values because they hurt people for no reason. And the Clan of the Black Moon approached them one day and essentially told them, join us or die, and promised my people bounds of things. Whether they were true or not, my tribe wasn't exactly in a point to refuse, or at a point to refuse, so my tribe leader very easily decided to join their faction, and they were already sowing misery in Manassas, and I had a plan that took a few years to enact, but at the end of it, my tribe, Unagi's Chosen, was exterminated, and to my knowledge, I'm the only one who remains. I just had to do a bunch of horrible things for it to happen. I had to poison the animals, the water supply, to make sure that my tribe didn't notice that it was me. And it took a few years for it to fully take effect, but it eventually did. So I guess that's why I'm so comfortable with this sort of thing. I have no right to not be comfortable with it because of what I've done.
Well, from what it sounds like, Braca, it sounds like you did what you had to make sure that the world would be a little bit of a better place.
Both of you go ahead and make a perception check right now.
Not bad. 16. All of this is in Draconic, by the way, not in common.
So
12.
you can hear footsteps approaching from where the tunnel was, and you can hear the
Oh shit, we have
of
dragons with us.
Alfred walking
Who can
back
speak
over to you.
Draconic?
So Agard is walking up at this point, and Alfred and Julian are not far behind.
I'll just say, like, at the tail end of it, you want to talk about it later, just ask. I mean, you're the only one I feel comfortable sharing this knowledge with. Well, besides Arpit.
I won't bring it up in front of others, and we can talk about it later. I appreciate you opening up and helping me try to figure this out on this new experience, I guess, that I'm going through. But I do appreciate your friendship, Brock. I really do. I just want you to know that.
Now, Baraka will give Katie a hug at the end of the conversation.
Oh my god!
Hagar not hearing any of this, but knowing that he was somehow just verbally betrayed, now knows that the hug that Rocket gave him
roll an
means
insight.
nothing.
Absolutely not.
Roll an insight.
And just like that, Katie's healed.
No, you think Braca still loves you?
No, I don't.
What do you mean still?
I
There's
supersede that.
nothing changed.
No
The
longer
only
does.
person I would share this with is with you, or
You don't know that.
or your pimp. Is that what
You
you
don't-
said? I'd always share with you or my pimp.
So as that conversation wraps up, roll another insight with advantage as you're
advantage?
walking towards the
Shit.
fire. Yep.
Well, that's either 11 or a dirty 20.
Okay. You feel, and you haven't felt this way before. Like you felt like you've been being watched, but now all of a sudden you feel like there's eyes on you, like something or someone's watching you as you approach the campfire, and you kind of start to look around and you take note, and you can see Alfred is his jovial self, kind of walking over to lay down near the fire, and Julian is very reserved, kind of walking over and doing the same thing, but just something you can't explain it, can't really define it, but something just feels off.
Do I have a feeling of what direction I'm feeling like it might be coming in? Can I do like an insight on that or something? Or?
At this point, no, but
Okay.
I would say that feeling that you do kind of like start to look around, so make either an investigation or perception check.
What he's wanting to
around.
do is be very discreet how he's looking around, though. Like, he doesn't turn around and start going, like
Okay, so roll a,
somebody's.
let's do it this way, roll a stealth check to see how good he is at
Ooh.
disguising
Okay.
how
I
he's
gotcha.
looking around, and then we'll do either perception or investigation, whichever one's higher for you.
Okay. You said, what would you say? I'm sorry, what was the
First one, stealth,
stuff?
to see how well he looks around
That's a
sneakily.
21.
Nobody will know that you're looking around like you think somebody's there. So
Matter of fact, what Agar would like to do is, I'm not far from the fire, right?
Mm-mm.
Even though it's create bonfire doesn't need wood, he's going to turn back to everybody and say, I'm going to gather more wood so we don't lose the fire. And then he's going to start kind of going around and see if he can, pick up on anything.
make a either perception or investigation, whichever one's higher.
Oh, perception.
Had a feeling with your 19.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
As you're kind of going and acting like you're getting firewood, you do hear a familiar sound that you thought you heard when you guys were coming out of the tunnel that Alfred and them had dug, and you just wrote it off as Alfred.
Right.
But you hear another branch move, and it's not like from the wind. You can hear almost like a crack, like something pushed it a little too far or leaned against it too far. You know the direction it's in, and you feel like it's about 15 to 20 feet off to your right. but you don't see anything. You just heard the noise.
Yeah, I know. Haggard's in a weird spot right now.
It's a Taras.
gonna kill
It's a
Raven
very
Clan.
stealthy Taras.
Willem's about to.
Oh, duh.
Wait, what happened? I missed it. What happened?
Nothing.
It's really just
We'll tell you in a minute.
my own intelligence just lacking tonight.
So I have a general idea where I think this is happening.
Yes, you do.
Agard is going to look. How far am I away from the bonfire at this point?
You're probably about, I'd say, 25 feet away. You
Okay.
kind of had walked to the edge of the clearing.
Agard is going to not turn away from the direction he's facing, but he's going to speak over his shoulder. Everyone, we are not alone.
Oh,
And then turn back and face whatever he believes is.
Katie will stand up and turn towards the direction.
Rock is gonna grab his acid.
Mm-hmm.
You-
And then he. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Whoever you are, step out slowly.
And Jenna, how would Juniper respond here?
June is going to step out from behind the tree.
How? That's very important.
Rock is gonna throw acid.
She's going to
either way.
she's going to step out from behind the tree. She's going to have both hands in front of her chest, just raised a little bit, showing like, I don't have anything in my hand. I'm not armed. Slowly, she just made one step. She's not making any movement toward the party. And she just says, hello, my name is June. I've been following you for a little while, just because I was headed in the same direction, it seems. Noticed what was happening, but wanted to stand back and see how, make sure nothing was going to come at me. I don't know what this big guy is. And can I roll an insight? Because she doesn't know what.
And that's what I want to roll insight
Yep,
on.
you guys
her.
can both roll
Okay.
dueling insights on each other.
Brock is just saying to himself, "What direction are we going in?"
It's a 19.
18. Plus 2.
So,
Dang.
what is Agard feeling right now? Because I don't want to
Oh,
put his emotions.
his emotions are turning into pissed
Okay.
because someone is following them, listening in on them. That's not part of their group, calling us friends, and he's already lost a friend today, and so he's very on edge.
And then
And June has never seen somebody like him before. So
Yep.
does she know?
So I think you'd feel like what she said was genuine
Okay,
based on that.
okay. Step out slowly. What weapons do you have on you?
I have various weapons for my line of work.
Which is
I'm a procurement specialist.
So a thief.
and all of a sudden Agard hears procurement and his eyes roll back in the back of his head because he has no idea what that word means.
I get things for people. And,
Why just
Yep. And so, do you need me to list them? Or can you take my word as I have nothing in my hands currently?
I need you to put your weapons on the ground in front of you.
This could take a
Okay,
while.
well, this will take a while. So she starts unsheathing.
And you see the whole
Several
time Agard
daggers.
has one hand just kind of
Mhm.
drawn back as he's talking to you.
Absolutely. She starts unsheathing daggers, a rapier up her hip.
As this is taking place, you two heard Agard say, "We're not alone." And you can hear that conversation kind of take place in muffled voices speaking back to Agard. Are you guys getting up from the bonfire and approaching? What would you guys like to do? What would Braca and Katie do?
I would walk towards Agard, but did I hear the conversation of what she said?
You would hear a little bit
or
of
I
it.
could do the
Make
insight on it as well. Because I would roll in case I could.
Yeah, I would say you guys can make an insight as you guys are walking up, listening
It's
to
a
this
19.
conversation. Okay. Yeah, you feel like she's being genuine?
Brock is gonna stay where he is. He trusts Katie and Agard that they can take care of it if anything happens.
I can say, what's Alfred and Julian doing?
Alfred was on the other side of the fire, so once you said that, his head kind of perked up, and Julian kind of inched further, almost like behind him, to like kind of take cover.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense.
Agard, I don't think she's a threat. But we can maybe ask some questions about why were you following us?
Well, I wasn't the whole time. I happened to be going this way toward the bog. I was sent here by a friend who told me that there were some...
Is Braca
some
listening to
casters.
this? Or staying?
He's at the bonfire just writing stuff down.
Okay.
He's like semi listening.
Okay.
So, I was told there were some casters that were headed this way, and I was to come and meet them. I wasn't given any names, or I didn't realize there would be another party here. So I ended up staying back a little to make sure I wasn't running into any trouble. And that's why I followed you for just a moment and listened in to make sure I knew what was happening. You seem to be the party that these casters are coming to meet.
Oh, Agard, I didn't have a chance to tell you this. Sorry, you said what was your name?
It's June.
June? Okay, one moment, and she'll turn to Agard. I didn't mention, on the way to camp, we were all in our own thoughts, and, I was... You remember Ring Flame?
From Port Savorsa.
Yeah. She contacted me, and...
How?
You know, the mind thought thing. She can send messages into your... Yeah, so she wants to meet with me. She has some important information. And do you know who Ring Flamed is?
I don't.
Okay. So
I wasn't
maybe
given
you're
a
not
name.
connected, but it could be coincidental. But she seems like she's genuine, so maybe we should just, ask her some more information. And then,
I have done nothing but ask her to reveal herself. So.
Mm-hmm. I just don't think she has to show all her weapons. I don't think you're a threat. Are you? Are you gonna hurt us? I just can't deal with one more thing tonight.
I have no intention of hurting you. I can be a threat when I am threatened, but I am not a threat otherwise.
Mm-hmm. I understand. No, Igor, no.
Igor's just standing there at this point.
I'm assuming you're like statue-like, though.
Yeah, I do not get a bad feeling from this person. We do not know her. I'm not saying she has to leave. I just would rather her not be armed until maybe we get to know her a little bit better. And if she means us no harm, that should not be a problem for her.
And as you finish that sentence, you just hear, Agard, is everything okay?
I believe so, Alfred. Thank you.
Oh, okay. He kind of puts his head back down by the fire.
June, if you would like. Again, I would prefer if you leave your weapons where they are at this point. You can join us at the fire, or we can learn why you are here.
I'm happy to take them, set them by this tree here, as long as I can retrieve them after I've answered questions to your satisfaction.
I think that is okay with me and Katie.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, she keeps going. She's taking off a sling around her neck. She has a crossbow.
And go ahead and describe like the actual physical features of June as well
hold
that
on.
we're sitting
Welcome,
here.
Jenna. Can we do that first? Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's not that big a deal.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, husband. Thanks. You want
Yeah,
the intro
go
now?
ahead and do your intro and your character description.
Hello there. I'm Jenna Groves, and I will be playing June Longhollow. She's a stout halfling, arcane trickster rogue.
Oh, I love it. I
June
love it.
is 3 feet 4 inches tall, with fair skin, gray eyes, and a massive tangle of red hair. She grew up in the mining hills of Coalstone, among a halfling and dwarvish community just north of the Windthane Mountains. She now resides in the city of Tenea. June wears darker colored traveling clothes with a cloak and hood to keep her hair out of her face. She has on purple fingerless gloves and wears a small silver pendant on a chain around her neck. She also has multiple weapons and tools hidden on her person, which she is now removing. Fun fact, her full name is Juniper, but only her parents can get away with calling her that. There will be problems otherwise.
That includes the DM.
Apparently, yeah. Welcome, Jenna.
Thank you.
So, June, well, Agard and Katie escort June over to the fire, and you guys sit down. Braca, as they kind of come out of the edge of the woods, you see another figure walking with him that is similar to your height,
I'll just
slightly taller.
Oh,
Just
so
squint.
much taller. So
Like
much
a
taller.
foot
It's
and a half,
it's like
right?
Danny DeVito,
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. twins.
Yeah,
there you go.
16 more inches.
Yeah, there you go.
She just nods her head at you, Braca.
Agar kind of motions. Or sorry,
Rock will just like do the same.
Agar just kind of motions with his hand to a place for you to sit around the campfire, the bottom.
Okay. She's going to sit down. She says, ask away.
First, I was going to bring this up before. It's been some time since we've all eaten.
Stop it.
And Agar cast Goodberry.
Oh my god. I hate it. I hate
And I
tonight
knew
already.
he was going to do it.
I didn't say I was going to do
No, I
I know.
just
Oh,
knew.
no.
I know
It was-
you.
it
She's
was
your
a no.
wife.
Remember.
that. And I get 7.
Oh,
Yay!
No.
Sparkles, sparkles.
You guys all are sitting down. You all eat a good berry, so you're sustained for the next
Terrible.
24 hours because you guys are getting ready to take a long rest.
Yes.
So tomorrow you won't need food either until it comes nighttime. But-
Braca is gonna jump up from the bonfire and just walk over to Alfred and grab the cloth and pull out the crystal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Alfred's gonna be like,
I assume you would
hey,
want this,
Braca.
right?
So you're seeing.
sure. And he gets his bag out and opens it. And he's like, go ahead.
Wait, real quick, and he's gonna like as big as him, so he's gonna have to put it on the
Oh,
ground
that's
and like
true.
drag
Right. He
it
like
out.
picks it up with 2 hands.
Yeah. And he's just gonna ask Julian, "Do you recognize this crystal at all?"
Julian looks at you and she says, I haven't had much time to really study what the different stones were, but my family, I know we oversaw certain stones. I just don't know.
You don't remember the
Which
color of the
ones?
stones?
We learned about all the different ones. There's green, orange, blue, purple. There's a bunch of different colors, but when it comes to what that one is, I couldn't say that I'm aware.
Okay, no problem. And he'll just hand it to Alfred or drop it in his bag or whatever.
And as you bring it over there, Alfred will pick it up with his 2 claws and drop it in the bag. But he's like, well, Braca, this is purple Wavenium.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't. When you asked Julian, I was
it's
confused.
She's lived underground for all her life, so I didn't know if this would spark some sort of memory or not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you forgot. Sorry. And he kind of puts his bag back away, and he kind of nestles in by the fire again and sets his head down.
How's your wound? And he'll just look at Alfred's shoulder.
So as you look at the wound on Alfred's shoulder, it has started to heal, and you do see where like scales would cover it. There's no scale over that area. It's starting to heal over, and there's just kind of flesh and almost like that. What is it? Scar tissue is forming.
Okay.
It's healing, but it's not healed
Right.
yet.
Okay. Brock will then just look at Julian and just say, "Are you doing okay? Feeling any better since you're above ground?"
She's going to kind of nod. It's been an adjustment. I know Alfred and I had a conversation, and you can see Alfred kind of like turns and looks back at her like, what? She's like, he seems to trust your group. So, I mean, I'm grateful you got me out, but obviously, you know, living how I lived for a while, I don't necessarily trust easily.
I don't expect you to.
I know I'd like to get back to the Fae and get back to the Feywild. And Alfred was telling me about his friend Polyphony, who hopefully can help do that.
I wish you luck with that. I can't help you. I don't know how realm travel works, but I hope you are able to find it home eventually.
Thank you.
And then Brock will just walk back to the campfire.
Okay. And they're only like 10, 15 feet from the campfire. They're not far. And they both kind of like lay back down. And Alfred kind of lays down, and then Julian kind of walks to another area and lays down. But you can see she kind of starts to get some of that brush that was by where the cave was that they had dug, and starts to make almost like a little bed out of it to lay on.
Right.
A little bit softer than the ground.
So, June, explain to us again. You said you're someone who finds things.
Yes.
What is it you're looking for?
Well, I am looking for a book, actually.
What type of book?
I'm not really sure. I've been told that it's a very powerful book. I don't question a lot of what I'm going after, just how, and so I just know I'm looking for a book. I was told that it might be with some hags.
Oh, you see Agard's face
Do
change
you
when you
know
say
them?
hags.
I have not run into them.
We have. And they are quite powerful. Unfortunately, there was a fourth member of our group. Not Alfred and Julian have recent additions to our group, but for the three of us, there was a fourth who was recently changed or turned or something by the hags. We are leaving an encounter with him just earlier today.
So I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad to know how they really are. I have not encountered them yet, so I will make sure that I'm prepared in case I come across them.
I would not recommend coming across them on your own.
Noted.
How is Agard facing? Is he like sitting around the campfire where he can see like Alfred and Julian, or are his back to
I
them?
think he would have sat next to June. He wants to be close in case, something
He has
were
to
to
get
happen.
She just kind of
But
keeps
it-
looking
it's-
up at him like...
Can you mark a demerit in your notebook, please? No, he just wants to be close. I mean, he's not right next, but he's basically kind of turned more towards her than he is the bonfire
Okay.
and speaking to her.
So, would you be able to see Alfred? Or is it more like, how would you have positioned? Because you kind of invited her into camp and had her
Yeah.
sit down and showed her where to
I
sit.
would say, I don't know. I would say, I feel from what I had said before, I feel like Alfred's probably more to his left than she is. So no, right now I wouldn't say I'm going to see Alfred.
She's just... Do you mind... And she holds up a hand. Do you mind if I tie my hair back? She holds up a...
Agard looks quizzically over at Katie, like, what the hell?
I don't have hair.
No, but just like a quizzical, like,
Oh,
why
like-
is she asking to, I mean, sure.
I'm. You seem to be the one who wants to make sure I'm not armed, so I didn't want to reach back into my hair.
Do you tie your hair back with a sword?
No.
We're probably okay.
Okay. And she starts braiding her hair behind her.
No sudden movements.
I cast Moonbeam!
She's just looking at you because she doesn't know.
It's weird.
No,
I just
absolutely. And
like
she
that.
understands that you out of the group are
Do you
wary
tie
of
it
her,
back
so
with a
she just
sword?
wants to make sure she's...
Should I make
letting
some
you know.
calming tea for everybody? 'Cause I know
We could have another good berry.
I would like some tea. You just see, as you look over, you see Alfred like perk up and pops his head up.
Oh, I'll make some. Does everybody would everybody like a glass?
I will take some tea. Thank you.
You
And
want
you,
some
and you
tea?
just hear it kind of fades off as Alfred's like, Julian, you should have some tea. It is so good. And their conversation like kind of fades off as you guys are.
What can you give us the details of their conversation?
They're just talking about the tea.
But like what
It's the tea.
about it? I know, but
But can you like talk to each other
yeah.
about
They're,
the tea?
it's in Draconic, so Agard can't understand it.
Ah!
Dragons know that?
Oh my god, let it go. No, I brought it up. It's fine.
So I guess continue on. Let's see. Agard is going to ask June. So how long exactly were you following us? Were you in the tunnels with us?
No. I was actually in Golden Fang Forest, coming from Evorgos. So it has not been long at all. I just happened to be going towards the bog because that is where the casters were supposed to be. I was given a general direction. I figured I would find them as I got there. But I just saw you come out of the caves, and I stayed back in the tree line to make sure that I wasn't seen at first.
So I must have missed this before. There are casters headed to the bog that we just left.
I was told it was around this area, which is right near the bog.
The casters that June would know, they're headed to Evorgos. They're investigating
they
the
were coming by,
disappearances.
yeah.
Okay.
So like an interception
Mhm.
type thing.
Like
Gotcha.
your party had heard of that. Speaking with Ring Flame, when she had mentioned that
They were gonna send
that
people.
Tanea was talking about sending people.
And who is it that sent you?
It's actually my benefactor. His name is Tariq Al-Rasul.
I mean, that's not going to mean anything to...
No. We work.
Raka, make a history check.
Okay, I shall.
Well, Bracca's doing that. I
Tariq
have
is
everybody's
the name?
calming tea, so I just passed it around.
22.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry. What was your name?
Oh, I'm Katie.
Nice to meet you, Katie.
Nice to meet you, June.
I am Agard. This is Braca. That is Alfred.
Hi.
That is Julian.
Oh, dragons.
Yeah, just be a little slower around Julianne. She was locked up for a little while, so we rescued her.
Fascinating.
Be slower around her.
Just like not sudden movements.
This
you know?
is Julian.
This has been wise.
So Braca, with your 22 on history, that name, as soon as you hear it, you kind of like tilt your head sideways for a moment, and then you remember hearing that name from Arpip. You remember he had talked about when he had to travel on a trip to Tanea, he had to speak to his friend Tariq. So that name was like, pretty sure I've heard that from Arpip before.
Okay.
He's like, good information to know.
Yeah. It's pretty much like, yeah, good to know. Like, cool.
So
Okay.
everybody takes a sip of their calming tea, and
Agard's going to do another... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Another insight as she's talking. Just to,
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
And then he decides not to. Pass.
Katie just wanted to make sure that whenever she was giving Julian the calming tea that she was okay.
Alfred did not waste any time. The moment that Katie gave him it, he just, like, it was gone.
Slurped it.
Go ahead. You want to talk to
I was just
Julian?
waiting for you,
Yep, nope,
sir.
Whoa. Hey.
Here's your calming tea, Julian. I hope you like it.
Thank you.
How are you doing? Are you doing okay?
It's different. I'm definitely enjoying not being restrained and being able to walk around, but the, I don't know, I've never really remembered being in the woods, so it's been a while, but it's nice. And, Alfred caught some lunch. We had some deer earlier, and yeah, so.
And you don't have to make a decision right now, but I just wanted to. We were kind of talking about what you would prefer, and we didn't know, with us having to still go and find more Wovinium and provide it to Alfred. If you were wanting to come with us, or if you want us to try and figure out a possibility of like getting you home, like where you're from. But I don't know if one of us would necessarily be able to go with you. So I don't know how you feel about that. But I just wanted to throw that out there so that way we can maybe think about it, and that way we can just make sure you're all right.
As you're saying this, you notice that Alfred like starts to uneasily like kind of shift like side to side, like he's trying to find like a comfortable spot to lay down. If you want to roll an insight check into that, go ahead.
Alfred touch and feels. That's only a 12.
You know what? 12. It's Alfred is not good at hiding his emotions. So as he's like shifting, you notice that he's shifting as you start talking about, we don't know what's going to happen. We're not sure how to get you back there. And as you pick up on it, Alfred kind of looks at you and he just pulls out this like scroll. And he's like, I forgot to tell you guys that Polyphony responded by sending a bird. And he just holds this like scroll out.
June is just sitting there
So-
watching everything.
Say scroll, since I'm assuming I'm closest to Alfred.
Yes.
So I'll take this. Katie will take the scroll. Oh, okay. Thank you, Alfred. What do you know when this came?
Probably like, I don't know, an hour or two before you guys
Oh,
got
okay.
back.
So
Yeah, it was today.
Okay. And Katie's just gonna go back over to the fire, and hand the scroll over to Alfred.
And Agard cast the spell to...
Agard. Wow. I did it. Oh my gosh, no. Katie's gonna hand it to Agard.
I'm going to cut just that part in there. There's going to be like, and Katie's going to hand it to Agard. And then it's going to go back to normal.
Please.
Yes.
I like it.
Agard was the one that cast the spell to reach out to Polyphony, correct? Didn't you cast, like, speak
You
with
spoke with the tree.
beast
Yeah.
and leaf to
Yes.
speak with the tree to
Yes.
try to... Yes, okay.
Tell the tree to tell other trees and tell the
So,
bushes.
yep. So the scroll, the letter that comes is addressed to Agard, since he was the one that spoke to the tree. And it just says, Agard, it's unnerving hearing that one of your party members didn't make it. I'm not sure what happened. I felt pretty good about the spell, I believed that you guys made it to where you should have been. But if he's missing, let me know and we can send out a search party roughly in that general area.
Okay.
As you unroll the scroll, a stone that fits in the middle of your palm falls out.
Yep.
And as you look at it, you've seen these stones before. They're typically used to cast sending, and you can communicate with somebody twice a day with it.
It has like a G.I. Joe on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it does only connect with one other one. So you can't just be like, I'm going to use this to send to so-and-so. It only goes one way.
So I'll get that and look at June and say, excuse me, June, for one moment. And stand up and walk away from the bonfire and ask, hey, Katie and Brock, can you come with me quickly to discuss something?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And we're going to get far enough away from the bonfire that some people might not be able to hear.
Right.
Okay, so we get there. So here's the note that...
Polyphony.
Thank you.
Jinx.
Yep. And she sent me this... I believe this is a sending stone that I can speak to her. So I wanted to talk to both of you. I mean, I think we should reach back. Is it a sending stone? Is it a certain amount of letters or words? Too?
It is. It's still 25.
It is still 25. So obviously we have limited communications or ways to speak to her. So do you think what we should discuss? Tell her that Ibron was somehow found by hags and corrupted, and is now helping them with the bugbears in the bog.
Right.
And then also we have found another Fey dragon. So what should we... Well, I wanted to get your... I've not used one of these before, so I...
Does Brocken know about the sending spell?
You know about the stones. You know you just have to trace the symbol and it activates.
Oh, Agar thought he had to swallow it. He just...
Because our pip
We gotta wait for you to poop
you
it
have
out.
used those.
Right. Okay. So he knows about the limited amount of words and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So Brock will say, well, you only have 25 words, so you can't just spill out an entire statement. Mention Ibron and the corruption, Julianne, and the Wolvinium.
We have one stone left.
So, Ibron was corrupted by hags. We found another purple Wolvinium. We found a Fey dragon named Julianne.
And need help sending her home. If she wants it.
Something like that.
Okay. So, Agar does the...
Traces the symbol.
Traces the symbol.
He
So
fingers
really-
the stone. Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Hagar traces the symbol on the stone.
Sorry.
Ready to count? There we go. Ibron, corrupted by hags. What's the name of the bog again? The Dalmont.
Dalmont.
Yeah, in Dalmont Bog. Found another Fey dragon. Found next to last Wolvinian stone.
Still have 8.
Okay.
8 words left.
Dragon needs to go home. Please send help.
Perfect.
Nice.
Nice job.
So, it takes a moment, but you do hear back pretty quickly. And the two of you that are there, the sound comes out of the stone. It is only able to be heard for like 5 feet, but the three of you, as you're gathered around it, can hear. And you hear Polyphone's voice, and she says, "Apologies about your friend. Interesting, you found another dragon. I will be sending some people. They will come through the trees as I do."
Peace out.
I only had one word left in my account, but
Oh.
if you want to give me an extra.
I wish I knew how long it would take for her help to get here. I mean, 2 words probably would have summed it up. But that's
Because
fine.
we don't know where we're going to be tomorrow.
It's a Fae thing. I assume we all need rest.
Yeah.
I should put out maybe this bonfire. Maybe we all spend the evening in the winding hole that was dug. We can cover up the entrance again just to keep ourselves...
Hey, June, you want to come
Say-
see our hole?
You left out the descriptive word. You want to come see our winding hole.
Oh, sorry.
So...
Agard.
Yeah, so just batten down the hatches for the night.
I would say at this point it is dark. Like,
Yeah.
it's not dusk anymore. The sun is down. The moon is up, and it is pretty dark.
Yeah.
You guys are in the middle of the forest, so...
Agar is going to... I mean, are we all in agreement that just to
Fine.
rest and then maybe they'll show up before dawn or just hold up here for now? Agar is going on the way back to the bonfire, go by and grab June's weapons that she had laid outside and walk up and just hand them. Assume they all fit in Agar's hand.
Absolutely.
And just hand them all back. We feel as though we can trust you. I would suggest not doing anything to betray that trust.
Understood.
We have all had very hard few days. We are planning to camp here for the night. It may sound strange, but we do have a rather large hole that one of our dragon friends dug that I feel would be secure for us to sleep in tonight, but you can feel welcome to camp nearby if you would like. Whatever is your preference, but I feel like we'll all be down there until morning, and we may have help coming. We are not sure when they may get here, though.
Thank you for the offer. I would prefer to sleep in the tree line, as I like to be. Would like to stay on my own for the evening, but I will be right close by, and will also keep watch from this side of things.
Understood. And then, is everyone ready to retire for the evening?
Yes.
Agard will drop concentration on bonfire, so it'll just go out. And then head to the hole.
So that is where we will end this episode, as the party is heading to the hole that was dug, kind of that cave, that hideout that you guys made. We have introduced Jenna. June has joined the party. We got a little background there. We found out a little background about Braca, at least Katie did.
Katie did.
And we will... and Katie got a hug, yep. And we will end this episode here. So thank you everybody for tuning in and listening this week. And don't forget to tune in next week to find out just what this party gets into.
Bye. Love you. I was the only one saying love you. It's hurtful. Not as much as Braca hurt. Wow, Agard tonight, but you know. I would only tell you this, Katie. Okay.
Well, it's pretty easy. It's been a few days, but it hasn't been that long. As you guys continue walking on and this conversation's taking place, Katie, all of a sudden in your head you can hear, Kadera, we need to meet soon. Where are you now? And are the others safe? Please respond. Others from Tanea are worried. Be safe. Bring to flame.
I completely forgot my full name. I was like, oh god, little kid getting in trouble there for a second. I was like, what?
That's funny.
That had my full attention.
So do we just get within reception range? Around underground? Like all her bars are back now?
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
So Katie collapses. Okay, good to know.
Shut up, Mom.
And Katie does have the ability to respond back.
Respond.
25,
this?
25 words or less. She did say ring
Say
flame.
I know.
Out loud or mentally?
Mentally.
Okay. We're just walking,
No,
all of a sudden
Kate-
you just reacted, it was like...
No, okay. I'm sure Katie has. I've spoken in my head before. So.
Wow. That's a t-shirt. I've spoken in my head before.
I'm gonna pass out.
I would have done it.
Yep,
I've had thoughts before.
yep.
I've spoken in my head. You mean like thinking? Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
I meant like she's aware of this.
Yeah, we got it. We're right there.
Okay.
We're
Do you want me?
Shit.
Do you want me?
from
Do you
a
want me
distance.
to re-record her saying it? Okay.
I've breathed air before. Sorry.
She remembers how to walk.
I
Give her
love it.
credit.
In, out, in, out.
Okay.
So,
It's been some time since we've all eaten.
Stop it.
And Agard cast Goodberry.
Oh my god. I hate it. I hate
And I
tonight
knew
already.
he was going to do it.
I didn't say I was going to do
No,
I
I just
know.
knew.
No.
I know
It was-
you.
it
She's
was
your
a no.
wife.
Remember.
that. And I get 7.
oh,
Yay!
No.
Sparkles, sparkles.
This is bad, isn't it?
It's so
It-
bad.
it is bad.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So bad.
you know what? It's 50-50 whether it's
It
bad or
is,
good.
it is.
Let's be honest.
I got rations. I'm
No. Hey, you're going to dishonor our new team member here?
Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
What the hell is that?
Move on.
Mulan.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The best Disney movie ever.
It is.
I don't know what it is.
All right. Well,
Man,
I'm
can
only
we-
taking one.
Why don't you pick out which one?
Oh, God.
Can
I
I,
have
look
to-
at the colors beforehand?
No.
Yes.
No.
No, Alex changed it. He said, no, we cannot look at the colors beforehand.
I'm sorry.
We
That
just have to
wasn't
take it."
agreed upon or discussed.
I cast it, so...
Okay, I got one. You take the other.
Wow.
I already have one right here.
Man, I didn't want to throw up tonight, but you know.
Right?
Yeah.
You thought you were going to pass
Yeah,
out.
you know. I'll
Okay,
probably
so
pass
which one?
out and do that. Just
It's
it and
light
all
pink
the
with
same
speckles.
Oh, no,
Make
it's,
sure to put you on your side.
There you
You're
go.
it's either, I think that's either Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks.
Well,
Okay,
well
I'm
that's
alright
not
with
too
that.
bad.
Terrible.
And
I'm
I've
okay
got...
with that. Oh, which one did you get?
Peach or barf.
This is what you get.
God
Because
damn.
both
I just
are bad
don't
for
want
you.
liver and onions again because I
Yeah.
swear
I'm going to spit mine across the
I
table.
hope it's peach.
Just
that direction.
I hope it's peach.
Oh,
You,
yes.
you pick. I'll take whatever one you don't want.
Yeah, I don't like peach either.
I know, it's bad either way for you.
What's yours?
I think that one is either buttered popcorn or rotten egg.
Oh,
Oh, no.
That's
I am-
tragic.
not happy
That's
right
tragic.
now.
I'm so happy right now.
Oh my god,
The
guys.
buttered popcorn is delicious.
Yeah, but
You know.
the other one is
It
not.
is. No, it is.
Yeah.
Buttered popcorn jelly beans are
I
delicious.
think this is Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks, but there's not a whole lot of specs on it.
Yeah. What is it?
What does it look like?
Oh, it's dark.
Wow.
Oh, that's a
Is
cappuccino
it
or...
a cappuccino or liver and onions?
Oh, I would take
There
that
you
one
go.
too.
Hey,
Cheers, guys.
Sláinte.
Cheers.
Hey, that was Gaelic.
That's dog shit. That's awful, bro.
Oh.
That was stinky socks.
That was
Oh.
stinky socks.
That was bad.
Whoa. I hate peach.
I hate you so much.
Ugh.
Eat it.
I did eat it. This stinky socks. I could tell right away.
This,
I know. I like.
That's
I like. I was like, nope.
Uh-uh.
This good
Can't
Swallowing
story,
it whole.
Can't do
brought
it.
to you by Bean Boozled. It's been a while. We'll try to work it back in more often now. Thank you, Bean Boozled. Man, I hate peach.
Man,
I hate you.
I hate
I
stinky
cannot
socks.
believe that's what you got.
But we're all feeling better because we're all sustained for the rest of the
No, I
day.
threw mine up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Katie threw up by the campfire.
June just is grimacing as she's trying to get it down.
our poor DM, he got cold cheese.
What did you get?
I got
Stinky
stinky
socks.
socks.
They both got the same
Stinky
thing.
socks.
Yeah.
Smells like it.
Mine wasn't terrible,
I
but
was hoping.
it
I
was not
like,
the good one.
Come on, Tutti Frutti. I was like,
Yeah.
nope,
Nope.
And it stuck in my teeth.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh.
Man, then you're gonna dig it out and
I
like
know.
taste it again.
See, that's why. That's why
Either
I
that
just
or leave it in my teeth and
spin it
taste it all
around and
night.
like crunch the hard shell off real quick and see what the flavor is, and then
Oh,
if it's
say
bad,
more.
Ugh. What'd you get?
The liver and onion.
You did. I hate that. That was
She got that
terrible.
one. Yeah, it's bad.
I almost threw up to
Sorry,
that one
anyway.
before.
I thought it was a good way to introduce you to.
Oh my god.
So yeah,